Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. If you are new here, my name is Phoebe Hagan. I Phoebe Bikini Pro from the UK, and today I'm filming a full day in the life, which I haven't done for so long, since I was in prep for the Arnolds. So, and I've got a lot to catch you up on, because there's always something to catch you up on. I swear, every time I'm in prep, it's like YouTube Central, keeping you updated with every step of the way, and then as soon as it comes into off season or I'm not competing, I stray away from YouTube because it's very overwhelming to do YouTube and it's hard to keep up with everything. Plus, in off season, honestly, there's not much that's there to update, or there's not many interesting things going on. It's pretty much the same thing like every day. So I am gonna give you a little update, a very, very big update within this video. But I've just had breakfast and I'm just about to go and finish doing some work. So I've done some work since about 6 AM this morning. I went to bed so early last night, like I was so tired. Currently right now, I don't know if you've even noticed, but so Max is currently at the moment in Spain, and he has been in Spain for the last I think week and a half, and he's going to be coming back tomorrow. But he was away for a work trip, which is really, really cool for him to be away and stuff like that. But so I've been in the house like literally by myself for like 2 weeks, which is so weird. Like I keep coming through the door and being like, hi Max, and he's not there, and it's quite sad. So anyway, but he's not here, so he's coming back tomorrow, so I can't wait. And yeah, I've just been kind of getting ready with a very exciting project that's coming up with the posing portal. It's a very big change for me, and it's a very big investment for me, and it's scary as hell because I obviously have seen the growth and the progression that the posting portal has made the last however many, a year and a bit now, and it's been incredible. And we've brought on 2 new coaches and stuff like that, so you know the progression's there, and the next step for this progression kind of right now is obviously what I'm currently working on at the moment. And it's scary because it's a big investment, but it's something that I know is going to be the best thing for the business, and I know it's going to make such an impact within the industry. So it's really scary, but it's also very exciting. So that's update 1, and then update 2 I will talk to you a little bit later, because it's a little bit more of a serious update, more of a sit down update and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get ready, do some work for a little bit, and then I will pick you guys back up when I'm having a pre-workout meal and going to the gym. Okay. Alright. Making a chicken crunchy wrap. Literally one of my favorite snacks. Needs a few more minutes. Look at that. Oh, it's like a little parcel of goodness. So this is my favorite snack, and how I get them so crunchy is using these. So these are like, I don't even know, they're just really low in calorie. They're 71 calories per wrap, and it is 13 grams of carbs, and they're really, really thin. And because they're so thin, it makes it so crunchy. So listen to this, ready? So, and then, see? So lovely and crunchy. I've got a wrap, I've got 100 grams of chicken in there, and then I've got like a little bit of low-fat cheese, and then I've got some salsa as well. So it's a really, really nice little snack. It probably comes to around like 200 calories. It's really, really, really lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna go for a little walk because I have been inside all day. I've done work, and I have about 2 hours into my next clients now, and I'm bored, and I just want to go for a walk. And I need to get out, because every time I do this all the time. If I have nothing to do, I'll sit on the sofa and just watch Netflix. So I need to get out of the house, I need to get some steps in, I need to get some movement in. So let's go. So I'd best get to the part of the video that I have been avoiding the most. So, and this is probably why I haven't been filming as much or doing YouTubes or kind of giving my thoughts over or anything like that. And I feel like that's always something that's stopping me. Like when I am feeling something so deeply that I'm not ready to talk about it, that's when I stop doing YouTubes, I stop doing this, I stop doing that. And then when I feel ready to talk about them again, that's when I then, voice them and say this is what's happening and all that type of thing, and update you guys. So obviously, main question that everyone has always been asking me recently has been, how have you been feeling post-show? What's going on now? How have you been feeling since the Arnold's US? And again, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I haven't been feeling my best. So I've been feeling somewhat not good enough since the Arnold's US, not feeling myself in terms of a sense of, one, not feeling good enough, and two, almost like losing the joy that comes from the sport. And that's something that I think I've been fighting for so long, these past few weeks, that it's made me kind of rethink and look at things differently. So like, I've not been enjoying the process of bodybuilding. I've not been enjoying the process of what started my career within all of this, and I've kind of like lost my reasons why as the higher I've kind of climbed in my competitive career, if that makes sense. And that's something that I think I didn't want to come to terms with for a while, because I was like, well, you know, younger Phoebe would literally kick yourself right now and say, what are you doing? Like, you're working towards the Olympia, like you've just competed in the biggest, like one of the biggest bodybuilding shows in the world, the Arnold's US. Like, that's something that I've watched year after year after year, saying I will one day be up there, and it wasn't what I expected it to be from myself, not from the competition. Like, the competition was absolutely incredible, and I knew that would exceed my highest expectations, but within myself, because I put so much pressure on myself, because there is so much more pressure now, that it scared me to pieces. I let myself crumble under pressure and not perform my best and not do my best. And since then, I've kind of almost like punished myself in a way that I haven't felt good enough to continue doing bodybuilding. So it sucks all the joy out of why I do this. And the last few weeks, I've really tried to focus on why I enjoy this sport. What is it that makes me feel so passionate about this sport? Why do I love it so much? And this is something I've just been speaking over with a few people, a lot of people just in general. And I've kind of found my way back a little bit more now, which is really, really good. And I feel so much more mentally better at it. And I feel like I found the love for it again, which is really nice to feel, if I'm honest, because for a few weeks, well, for a good 10 weeks or so, the last 10 weeks, I've lost the joy out of it, really. I was just doing it because it was a job. It was something that I had to do, and I was doing it because I felt like I had to. And I kind of read a quote not too long ago saying, like, try and take the have out of everything that you're kind of, you know, that you do. If it's passionate or something, like, oh, I have to go to work, or I have to go to the gym. Say I get to go to the gym, so I get to do work, I get to go to work, because it makes you appreciate these things and not take them for granted, which is exactly what I was doing. I was taking kind of everything that I'd done within my bodybuilding trick for career to get to where I am now, like, for granted, and almost wasting it, and that's why I was frustrated with myself. So I think, and coming to that conclusion now, kind of, I'm in the process of like feeling better and really appreciating everything that I'm doing. I've decided to not do the Arnold's UK. So I got an invite for the Arnold's UK, which I am absolutely ecstatic about, and it breaks my heart having to say this and have to want to do this, but I feel like it's best for me to focus on all my efforts on the show that I've been working so hard to get towards. Mentally right now, I don't feel like I am in the place where I can push to go into a prep for the Arnold's, which is I think 13 weeks out, and I never thought I'd be in a position where I would say to myself, like, let's not push. Like, bodybuilding is a hard sport where you have to push, you have to get uncomfortable to be comfortable, but I think for me in my own mental state right now, I know I'm not in a good mental place to push. Everyone kind of knew, you know, the last Arnold's US show that I did was a very, very tough show for me to do, because I wasn't in the position where I could push, and I was pushing a lot, and it was taking a lot of the, you know, enjoyment out of bodybuilding, and it was hard, like really hard. And the backlash and the kind of post show of that, I haven't handled well, and I don't think right now I'm handling it well. So I feel like right now I need to give myself a little bit more time to be able to be mentally in a better position. So I have decided to, like I said, withdraw my application for the Arnold's UK, which is a very tough decision for me to make, but it's one I know will be a good one in the long run. And don't even get me started on, I will be coming back stronger and better than ever the next year, 2023. I'm coming for that title. I know I am coming for that title, but I think for me right now, I need to focus on my mental ability and my importance to the sport. So, and that has been so hard for me to say over the last, like, however many weeks that I've known since obviously being chosen for, like, to get an invite for the Arnold's. And it sucks me having to say this, because I wish I was in a position where I could push but I'm not, and I'm okay with that. So it's been hard to kind of admit that and say that, but I think for me, I know it's going to be a decision that I am proud of once the Arnold's has been passed, once I've kind of gotten past the distraught of it. I knew this was a decision that I needed to make for myself and focus on my own mental strength versus anything else. And this is something that I haven't wanted to kind of discuss with people because I thought this would come off as a weakness for anyone else. I thought this would be, Phoebe's not good, Phoebe's pulling out because she doesn't think that she's good enough, which I don't think I'm good enough. And I think for many weeks now, I've been really trying to avoid being vulnerable and kind of expressing how I feel with all of my kind of post-show phase because I haven't felt like I have been good enough. I felt quite weak in a sense, and that's kind of shown in a lot of my actions recently towards bodybuilding, and that's something I want to fix, and that's what I want to re-find my passion as to why I did this in the first place. I didn't do this for, the trophies and status and everything like that. I did it because I knew I love doing this for myself. I love doing it for me. I have strength stronger than I ever have been ever before, but I feel like I'm in a position now where I need to refine that again, and I feel like I need to really just take time with it, and I'm okay with that. And also I feel like because of the post-show phase, I haven't been dedicated to bodybuilding 100% over the last 10-12 weeks post Arnold's, and if I was to go into a prep right now, being 13 weeks out, I know I'm not going to bring my best to stage, which I can't do that to myself again. If I don't bring my best to stage again, I don't want to go through that I'm not good enough, I'm not this again. I want to make sure that when next time I step on stage, I am at my best. So, and if that means not being able to do the Arnold's UK, then unfortunately that's tough and that sucks so fucking much, but it's something that needs to be done, and that's something I have to be okay with and move forward with that. So that actually feels a lot better saying, talking about it. I wanted to talk about it for a very, very long time, and I felt not good enough to be able to do that, to talk about it, and now I'm in a place where I'm like, I need to kind of express how I feel to move forwards. So that's how I'm feeling, that's where I am post-show phase, and I'm still going to be at the Arnold's UK 100%. I'm going to be there supporting. I actually have a few pros. I'm posing for that show, which I'm really excited for, but I feel like I need to focus on bringing my best self, and I'm not going to do that in 13 weeks. Mentally and physically, which I know which isn't going to happen in 13 weeks. So that's just something that I just have to be okay with, and I have to get past, and I just need to take more time to do that. So someone said something to me today, and it really kind of stuck with me a lot. And if this kind of gives you, if you watch this and you think, you know what, I feel the exact same way. An easy victory is empty. And I think for me, because I felt like the Arnold's, I didn't place where I wanted to because I wasn't my best, and I don't want to do the Arnold's UK because I don't feel like I can bring my best. Something like this I look at as a weakness, whereas actually I should use this as a strength, because I want to push so hard to bring my best self that I'm willing to sacrifice, other opportunities to bring my best. And the victory that I'm going to get out of that is going to be so much better than an easy win or an easy success or anything like that. So I think what I'm trying to say is the journey you have, the harder the journey, sometimes the better the win or the better the result. So sometimes I feel like my weakness is my vulnerability. Me feeling not good enough is sometimes a good thing because it can show me the other side of me succeeding, that I am good enough, and it makes me feel something so much more stronger, if that makes any sense. I don't even know if that makes sense, but so that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I know this is a very jumbled up vlog, or a jumbled up whatever, but I want to kind of share and express how I'm feeling to kind of show you guys that everyone gets these feelings. The reason I show these is because I want to show you that everyone gets these feelings. Everyone has these thoughts. The more successful they get within whatever their career is, whatever they kind of want to do, if that makes sense. And the more you kind of get into something that you're passionate about, you'll get these feelings over and over again. But the way to overcome these are talking about it and realizing that you are good enough, and realizing that you can do way more that you set out to actually do just in general. So, but anyway, that's enough of me rambling about what's been going on, and I'm gonna try and obviously now vlog more, because I feel like once I kind of get off my chest the things that I'm feeling, the things that I'm worried about to talk about, I feel like I can be more open with things. So I feel good about that. I feel good about that. I've kind of spoken about it a little bit more. So I want to thank you for just watching my random chats about just sometimes nothing, but sometimes everything. So I want to thank you guys for just watching and just subscribing and just being part of the journey in general, because if you weren't part of the journey, I think I wouldn't be as strong as I am today, because I talk about things that I don't think I would ever be comfortable to talk about things ever, really. And it makes me realize sometimes how mentally strong I am when I talk about them, because a lot of people wouldn't talk about them, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Please make sure you remember to like and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps support my channel. And if you are a pro, an amateur, a competitor wanting to pose and bring your best self, bring your best presence to stage, please then head down to the link in the description box below, because the posing portal is the best way to learn and correct your posing. And this is one of the reasons that I won't be doing the honors, is because there's so many things that are coming with the portal. I want to have a good mental focus for that. So that's another one of the reasons as to why I've decided to obviously decline my application, because there's so many business ventures that I want to go down and succeed at, and I need a little bit more brain function than that. So, but stay tuned. There's going to be so many amazing cool things coming up in the future, so stay tuned. And if you haven't already watched, or if you haven't already noticed, I'm wearing a cute new RyderWear set. I just wanted to quickly show you, because it's such a nice colour. It's so lovely. And like this, I've just got it a few days ago, and it's probably one of my favourite sets. Like, it's a little t-shirt set, and I don't know, it's just really, I love the colour, and it's just so cute. And it's a seamless set from RyderWear, and I've been really liking the seamless sets because they've been like, they stretch and they just fit so nicely. And because I have a little bit more body fat on me as well, I feel a little bit more fuller. I feel like it shows off like all my curves, and I love it. So anyway, but if you wanted any of this stuff, please head down to the link in the description box as well. So I love you guys so much. Thank you always for watching and just being part of the journey. I love you all, and I will see you soon.